Well, Six Volts ended about 4 years ago after we'd, been together for a few years. David and Steve and I, we played together in that band for years and years. We decided we wanted to have a band where we wrote songs, a bit more on the pop end of things rather than the jazz spectrum. So we got together with Tim and set up the Brainchilds.
Just trying to piece it together. I'm just trying to piece it together. I'm just trying to piece it together. I'm just trying to get it in perspective.
21st Century Love is even as an older tune than Piece It Together. It's almost a transitional one from the 6 Volts, and it was for me it's like that's my Beefheart influence, and it's even more.
I hate Beefheart.
I love Beefheart.
I can't hear Beefheart in it.
It's the ongoing dilemma of how you get Beefheart into a band.
Be better than one, twice the romance, increase your chance.
She failed 21 stories. She wasn't pushed, she just lost her footing. Toppled out through an open window.
Yeah, she falls 21 stories. She's fallen in love. But I just imagine she's fallen out the window and splat to the ground at the end, really.
Guess it was worth a try. 21 stories is a long way to fall. An open air elevator with a view of it all.
Roll is even more of a conscious effort to sparse it out and strip the songs back, and it was the first time we've worked with an outside producer. Normally we just argue amongst ourselves, and this time we had a English producer, David Saunders, who came in and produced the album for us. It was also done in a much shorter period of time. It was a very intense, like 2 weeks to do that album, and we thought that would be a good approach after spending like a year and a half on the first one.
See the next century in.
David wrote Don't Try to Explain, and he's writing a lot with the guitar, he can tell you of course nowadays, but a short time ago he's writing more on the electric bass, and I think it's amazing, you can really see the instruments that songwriters write their songs from. You can see Elvis Costello, which ones he wrote on the piano, which ones he wrote on the guitar, Anyway, so Dave wrote this one on the electric bass, Don't Try to Explain, and so it's based on that bassy riff, which I think works so well with the vocal line.
I've got a good Yamaha semi-acoustic bass. It's got a short scale neck, and you can play it just like a guitar, and for some reason quite often I prefer to write songs on that than I do on the guitar. It's sort of like, then you have them in their most basic form, because you can't flesh it out with any other notes.
Just like a small flame catches hold and burns away inside my walls, give nothing away at all. Until it's much too late, don't try to explain.
At the moment it's quite good because we've got a small studio set up at our rehearsal room, and so it means that we can get to demo the songs before we even bring them to the band, depending on who's written them. So these days we end up with quite good demos of the person who's written it, their idea of how the song should go. But basically then once the band gets hold of it, it's anything, they can change anyway, no one's precious, you can't, it's given to the band basically.